The MITRE Corporation's Center for Advanced Aviation System Development is researching a prototype application for the use of mobile devices for IFR clearance delivery and release as part of the MITRE Innovation Program. The prototype consists of 3 components: the pilot app scene, the air traffic controller situation display, and a back-end server. The air traffic controller situation display provides controllers with a list of aircraft that have filed flight plans, airport diagrams, a clock indicating the current time, and satellite map. When pilots are actively using the mobile IFR clearance delivery app, the position of the aircraft will be displayed on the situation display for the air traffic controller. As seen here, a pilot has filed a flight plan using the call sign November 7711 Mike. The pilot can request their departure clearance via the mobile app by entering the call sign, departure airport, and arrival airport, then pressing the Request Departure Clearance button. Now that the pilot is actively using the app, the position of the aircraft is displayed for the air traffic controller. The pilot mobile app has retrieved the departure clearance information from the server and displays it to the pilot. To confirm the clearance, similar to a verbal readback, the pilot must acknowledge each part of the clearance by tapping the letters. Now that all parts of the clearance have been acknowledged, the pilot may confirm the clearance by tapping the Confirm Receipt button. The pilot is presented with an acknowledgement that the clearance has been confirmed, and the ATC situation display notes this as well by changing the status of the aircraft in the flight list as well as in the aircraft data block on the map. At any point during the process, the pilot can press the FP button in the toolbar to view the ATC-issued flight plan information, such as the cleared route of flight and assigned altitude. The spoken route of flight, cleared to Gainesville Airport via direct CART, direct freeze, direct foothills, direct, contains 3 fixed names. If the pilot is unfamiliar with the actual spelling of the fixes, they will need to ask the controller to spell out each fix phonetically. This takes additional time to ensure accuracy. With the mobile IFR clearance delivery app, the pilot receives a text-based version of the clearance with the fix names already spelled out. When ready for departure, the pilot can then request IFR release through the app. To request the release, the pilot must provide the departure runway and an estimated time of departure. The runway picker, developed during this project, assists the pilot in selecting the correct departure runway. In this example, the pilot will be departing runway 34 right, 15 minutes from now. The pilot then requests the release by pressing the OK button. Now that a release request has been made, the app waits until ATC provides the release information. As shown on the ATC situation display, the status of this flight in the flight list is now depicted as awaiting release, as are the airplane icon and data block on the map. The air traffic controller can see more information about the flight by tapping the flight in the list. In the expanded view, the air traffic controller is provided with the departure clearance and a countdown until the scheduled departure time for the flight. Once a release is granted by the air traffic controller, this information will be displayed here as well. When the flight is expanded in the list, the associated icon on the map is centered and highlighted with a halo. By tapping the awaiting release status in the flight list, the air traffic controller is presented a window providing them with the information submitted by the pilot and a mechanism for providing release instructions back to the pilot. The air traffic controller needs to provide a release time, a release void time, and can opt out to include additional instructions. When done, the air traffic controller presses Approve Release. Note that the status on the situation display has changed. In addition, the pilot mobile app is updated, indicating that a release has been granted and provides the pilot with the information entered by the controller. At any point in the process, the pilot may call the facility if they are unclear about the flight plan or the release instructions. Additionally, at any point, the controller can cancel the use of the app and have the pilot call the facility for more information. To mimic the verbal readback required during current day operations, the pilot must confirm receipt of the release information. The pilot can do that by pressing Confirm Receipt. Now that the release has been confirmed, the pilot is presented again with the release information and a countdown indicating how much time is left until the release is void. On the ATC situation display, the status has been updated. Because location information is available on the mobile device, air traffic control will be able to detect when the aircraft lands at an airport and prompt the pilot to cancel or close their flight plan. When they do so, the situation display is updated to reflect this cancellation, and the pilot mobile app resets, ready for the pilot's next flight. The technology demonstrated in this video is still under development. The project team is currently working with stakeholders to conduct a limited test of the technology with end users in an operational environment.